Section 1.5, Adding Integers Notes. Let's look at a memory device to help you remember what to do when adding integers. Here is a song that will help you remember. To add integers, use the following rules to help guide you. This goes to the tune of Row, row, row your boat. Same sign add and keep, different sign subtract. Take the sign of the larger number, then you'll be exact. So if you break it down line by line, same sign add and keep. If you have two integers that have the same sign, such as they're both positive or they're both negative, you're going to add up the numbers and then keep that sign. In the next line it says different signs you will subtract. So if you have one positive integer and one negative integer, you're going to take the numbers and subtract the bigger one minus the smaller one. The next line says take the sign of the larger number. So if you are subtracting, whichever number is the bigger number, you take the sign in front of it and that goes in front of your answer. And that's how you are exact. Let's look at some examples. Find the sum of a -9 plus a -8. First, look at what numbers you have. You have a -9 and a -8. Are they same signs or different signs? They are the same sign. So the song says same sign, add, and keep. So you're going to add the 9 and the 8, and 9 plus 8 is 17. And then you keep the sign, which was a negative in front of them, and your answer is -17. In B, you have -21 plus -15. You have the -21 and the -15. They are the same sign, so you add and keep. 21 plus 15 is 36. Keep the sign that was in front of them, which was a negative, and your answer is -36. Letter C, -30 plus -17. You have a -30 and a -17. They're the same sign, so you add and keep. 30 plus 17 is 47. Keep the sign, which is negative, and your answer is -47. Letter D, -12 plus 4. You have a -12 and a +4. They're different signs, so you need to subtract. 12 is the bigger number, so you subtract 12 minus 4, and you get 8. Now you have to look at these numbers. Which one's bigger, 12 or 4? 12 is bigger, so you take the sign that's in front of the 12, and that goes in your answer, so your answer is -8. Letter E, 15 plus -8. There's no sign in front of the 15, so we know that it's a +15, and then we have a -8. You have a positive and a negative, so they're different signs, so you subtract. 15 is the bigger number, minus 8, that equals 7. Now look at which number was bigger. The 15 was, it's a positive number, so your answer is positive. We don't need to put the plus sign in front of the 7 because we know without a sign that it's automatically positive. So your answer is 7. Letter F, -3 plus 24. You have a -3 and a +24. A negative and a positive are different signs, subtract. 24 minus 3 is 21. Take the sign of the larger number. Your 24 was a positive, so your answer is going to be positive, so your answer is 21. Now try these on your own. Letter A, 9 plus -14. You have a 9, which is positive since there's no sign in front of it, and a -14. Positive and a negative means different signs, subtract. 14 minus 9 is 5. The larger number is the 14, and it has a negative in front of it, so that means our answer is negative. Your answer is -5. Letter B, -33 plus -22. You have a -33 and a -22. Negative and negative means they're the same sign, so you add them and keep the sign. 33 plus 22 is 55, and your sign in front of them is a negative, so your answer is negative. Your answer is -55. Letter C, negative 40 plus 5. You have a negative 40 and a positive 5. A negative and a positive means different signs subtract. 40 minus 5 is 35. 40 is the bigger number and it has a negative in front of it, so your answer is negative. The full answer is negative 35. Letter D, negative 13 plus 17. You have a negative 13 and a positive 17. Negative and a positive means different signs subtract. 17 minus 13 is 4. Your bigger number is the 17, which is positive, so your answer is positive, and it is 4. Letter E, 0 plus negative 27. 0 is neither positive nor negative, and you have a negative 27. If we took 27 and subtracted 0, you would get 27. And 27 is the bigger number, which means it would be a negative, so your answer is negative 27. If you were on the number line at 0 and jumped back 27 spots to negative 27, you would be going negative 27. Letter F, negative 16 plus negative 42. You have negative 16, negative 42. Negative and negative are same signs, so you add and keep. 42 plus 16 is 58. Keep the sign that's in front of them, which is the negative. Your answer is negative 58. Now let's try some challenge problems. Number 1, negative 34 plus 18 plus negative 2 plus 24. Remember that in order of operations, because it is all adding and subtracting, we just go left to right. So let's first start with the first two. You have a negative 34 and a positive 18. They're different signs, so you subtract. 34 minus 18 is 16. Take the sign of the larger number, and that's the 34, and you'll have negative 16. Let's bring down the rest. We have plus negative 2 plus 24. Now let's look at the negative 16 and the negative 2. They're same signs, so you add and keep. 16 plus 2 is 18, and keep the sign, which was a negative. Negative 18, bring down the rest, we have positive 24. Now we're looking at a negative 18 and a positive 24. They're different signs, so you subtract. 24 minus 18 is 6. Take the sign of the larger number, which is the 24. It's positive, so your answer is 6. And number 2, 90 plus negative 57 plus 13 plus 6 plus negative 72. First, start off with your first two. You have a positive 90 and a negative 57. They're different signs, so you subtract. 90 minus 57 equals 33. The larger number is the 90, so it's positive. Bring down the rest. Plus 13 plus 6 plus negative 72. Now we have the next two numbers, 33 and 13. They're both positive, so you add and keep. 33 plus 13 is 46. Keep the positive that was in front of them. Bring down the rest, plus 6 plus negative 72. Now it's time to take the next two numbers, 46 plus 6. They're both positive, so add and keep that positive. 46 plus 6 is 52. Bring down the rest, plus a negative 72. Finally, we're going to do these, and we have a positive 52 and a negative 72. They're different signs, so you subtract. 72 minus 52 is 20. The larger number is the negative 72, so you keep the negative sign for the answer, and your answer is negative 20.